Good morning, beautiful, and welcome to the channel. Can you believe we're already in the last quarter of the year? If I'm 100% honest, I've been in a slump lately and I've been craving a fresh start. So today, I'm doing a full reset, planning out October, creating my 2026 vision board, and sharing some of my biggest goals for 2026. If you need some fresh energy too, let's get cozy and set some goals together. Hello, beautiful, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Charlene Town and I share healthy habits and recipes. And if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. I love you so much. You guys, it is October 1st, which means that we are in the last quarter of the year. And if I'm 100% honest with you, I have found myself in a slump recently, just with my hormones being off, being in perimenopause. I've just not felt like myself. And so I want to share with you guys what I'm doing to reset for the rest of the year. I'm going to create my vision board for 2026 because that's like a pro tip that I'm going to talk with you guys all about how to get motivated again. Let's crush our goals. And if this is content that you guys like to see, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into today's video. All right, you guys. So like I said, it is the beginning of a new month and I feel like new months bring new energy. But honestly, you guys, I've just not felt like myself recently, if I'm 100% honest. If you guys have been here for a little while, you guys know I recently got diagnosed with perimenopause. I've just been super exhausted. Like my energy has been so low, motivation has been low. Just trying to do anything has been really hard. Anxiety's been really high, sleep's been bad. My psoriatic arthritis, like pain levels have been really high. So it's just been a slow season for me. And I was sitting around and I was just like not motivated to do anything. It's like the last quarter of the year and this is normally when I'm like really amping up, and I just didn't have the motivation. So I want to share with you guys what I did to get remotivated and what I'm doing to set myself up for the rest of the year. And I know, as somebody who has lost 45 pounds, who has like a business, who does like, I know how to get myself motivated. And I know that you can't maintain 45-pound weight loss. You can't maintain a healthy lifestyle. You can't maintain going to the gym on motivation alone. Like you have to set yourself up with healthy habits and routines, things that are going to set you up for success throughout your journey. However, if you find yourself in a slump or you find yourself in a season that you are not feeling motivated, maybe you're like me and your hormones are off and you don't recognize that woman that you see in the mirror, you don't recognize your energy levels, like that drive that's normally inside of you lighting that fire is just gone. Like I looked at my husband a couple weeks ago and I was like, I just don't recognize myself at all. Like I am a driven person. I love waking up in the morning, 5 a.m., getting my workout in, eating healthy, going for my hot girl walks, like building programs, helping women. Like I love that stuff. It lights my soul on fire. Like I just have that in me. And for the last several months, I couldn't find that girl. Like I could not tap into her at all. I was so anxious. I couldn't even turn on my camera. I couldn't do a lot of things. And so I started some hormones, and we still have like, it takes 6 to 8 weeks for those to really start, evening out and doing all the things. But I'm feeling more like myself in the last 2 weeks. And so when I started to feel a little bit more like myself again, I was like, okay, what can I do to re-motivate myself to get me to where I want to be in 2026, right? So for me personally, if you know where you're going, you can work backwards and create the plan to how to get there, right? If you don't have a goal of where you're going, how are you supposed to get there, right? So for me, what I did was I opened up Pinterest, I created a 2026 vision board, and I started like, what are the big goals that I want to achieve in 2026, and how can I reverse engineer that now? Start working on those big goals now, right? Because I kept finding myself like so overwhelmed with like, okay, I want to do this, but I have to do all of these things. And then all of the things that I had to do that one thing was like, I feel so overwhelmed. I don't know. I can't even start, right? How many times have you been there? You're like, I have this big dream. I have this big goal, but it seems so big and so overwhelming that like, I might as well just not do anything because it's too big and I'm gonna just fail at it anyway, or I just don't have the energy for it now anyway. And so I look at my vision board that I have right now. We're gonna go in just like a little bit. We're gonna take apart my old vision board. I'm gonna put together a new vision board with you guys, like a physical board. I also do vision boards for my laptop that I make on Canva. So I just started to like, what are some goals that I really want to achieve that I know are achievable in 2026? I have had such amazing results with vision boards. And so I had done like vision boards, like immediate things, like what are things I want to call into my life now? I found that like everything, I just kept pulling everything into my universe. And so I started putting bigger things on my vision board in hopes that I could start bringing some of my far away goals and dreams and visions into my reality. And while I love that, those are long-term goals. And so for me, what I've noticed and I've realized, like, yes, are these dreams and goals that are on my vision board right now still relevant? Yeah, that's where I know I want to be in the next 10 years, but that's 10 years out. For my brain, I need to break it down and what are the achievable goals that are like just like slightly out of reach for 2026 that I know that I can work towards to get there, right? So that's what I've called in. I did journaling. I like to sit down with physical pen and paper and write down what are my goals for my health? What are my goals for my business, for my relationships, like my personal goals? What are just some things that I want to call into my life next year, right? What are small things that would just make my life so much better, right? I've got some really big dreams and some really big goals for 2026, and being able to see those on my vision board, like, because I already did my Canva board and now we're gonna do my physical board, you and me together, picking my images and envisioning the life that I really want to have. Sorry, little Luna's sitting right here. And envisioning this like life that I want to create in 2026. I'm so excited. And part of that is that for the first time, I feel like I'm creating a life and a business that I love, right? That I know will work for me and my family. I've worked with several business coaches. None of them have kids, but it's just such a different vibe when you're a mama. And especially since the years that I was doing coaching and starting to build my business, I had a young daughter who was getting sick all the time and wanted to be on me or wasn't sleeping. And like, I was not in a season of life where the things that worked for them, they didn't work for me. And so I just constantly felt like a failure in my business because I couldn't show up the way they showed up. And in this time of my hormone shifting and like rediscovering who I am, who I want to be, how I want to show up for me and my family, I need a soft girl business. I can't be this hardcore working 12 hours a day, like grinding, hustling, because I want to build a business that incorporates my family. The whole point of me working from home is so that I can be a mama, so that I can raise my daughter, so that I can pick her up from school and I can take her to school and I can go on the field trips and volunteer in her class. Like, those things are important to me. Those are part of my core values. And I want to create a business that supports that vision, right? Like, I know there's going to be some hustle. I know there's going to be some grind, but I just can't do it in a way that I have been shown. Like, I have to figure out my own way. And so I'm just really excited. And part of this like hormone shift is that I can't, like, I actually can't do work the way I used to. I'm in a lot more pain than I've been in a really long time. I can't move my body the way I have in a really long time. And I have to figure out a new way of finding my healthy lifestyle and finding balance in work and family. And if you're in a season of life where you're feeling like you're not feeling motivated, or your hormones are off, or you just feel like you've been in a slump, or maybe the beginning of the school year, like me is always just so much, like getting back into the routine of taking the kid to school and making sure she gets picked up and the snacks and the lunches, and then, you know, you're doing all the grocery shopping in between all the things, and you just feel like you haven't settled into the groove yet. You're not alone, okay? I'm here with you. We're doing it together. So let's get motivated together. Let's shift into our soft girl era of loving and accepting ourselves for who we are in this season of our life, not comparing ourselves to other people, not comparing our bodies to a different version of ourselves, just being here with who we are and the energy levels that we have now, and how can we show up for ourselves in this season of life, okay? So let's do like the really fun part of going on Pinterest, and let's start putting together our vision board for 2026. I am so excited to do this with you guys today. Let's dive in. Okay, you guys, so this is my old vision board, and it's been built up over the last couple years, and honestly, just all of my favorite live things. So I'm gonna take this apart, and then I printed some pictures just off of Pinterest that I printed off of my computer. I've seen some people print them off of like Shutterfly. I don't need them to be that fancy, if I'm 100% honest with you. So let's deconstruct this board. There are some things that I want to keep on here and some things that I don't. So let's get going. All right, so this is just a cork board I got probably from Target or Amazon. No, you know what? I got this from like TJ Maxx a couple years ago. I've got these guys I'm gonna cut out, and then I'll share with you guys some of the goals. All right, you guys, so we've got our clean board, and I just want to share with you guys like some of my goals and some of my dreams for the coming year, because I think we can inspire each other together. If you guys are on this journey, or if you're ready to set your vision and just put some goals out there for 2026 and you want to start working toward them together, let me know in the comments down below. Just share with me what your big vision is, or maybe just one goal that you want to achieve in 2026, because I want to cheer you on and be here to support you. Women supporting women, that is what I'm all about. When I do my journaling, I think all aspects of my life, and I love to put it on paper because I keep my piece of paper and I like to look back on it, because so often when I write things down, I go back and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I totally achieved all that I really wanted to. So you're gonna see goals of mine that are kind of, you know, there's gonna be a big range, okay? So one of my goals is that I want to read more, scroll less is what I put on my Canva board. I want to keep reading. I want to keep reading for pleasure, because that brings me so much joy and peace, but I also really want to continue growing this year. And so this is my reminder to keep growing my mind and keep looking for knowledge. How can I better my business? How can I better serve women? How can I better serve my community? How can I better serve my yoga community? And yeah, so I've got that. So we're gonna put this up here. We'll move this around a bunch of different times until they look all pretty. This is just a good one. You can totally do this, because with this hormone shift and this hormone imbalance, let me tell you, the negative thoughts that come into my head all the time are crippling sometimes. So I want this little reminder on here that's like, yep, you can totally do this. Like, just keep taking those small steps forward towards your dreams. Because even if I'm in my soft girl era and I'm not in my hustle girl era, small steps in the right direction, whether that's health, fitness, love, business, like small steps in the right direction will get you to where you want to be far faster than not taking any steps at all. So this is my reminder that even small steps, I can totally do this, okay? These guys right here just symbolize like, I want to rediscover who I am, my style, my hair. Like I haven't done anything to my hair since January because I wanted to fall in love with myself and love my own hair color. I've done that, but also like I'm ready for a little bit of a change. Like I just want something. I'm in a new season. I am accepting that this is my life and this is my body, and I want to love her and celebrate her. And I feel like I wear the same tired black leggings and an oversized shirt because I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel confident in my body right now. So I want to start wearing clothes that make me feel confident in my body that I have right now. Like I'm tired of waiting to lose the weight to feel sexy and feel confident. And I know that doing my hair will give me an instant boost. And I have recently bought some new clothes. So I'm going to be testing out and trying some new looks to see what I really like on my body so that I can get my spark back. So this is my reminder to prioritize myself and like feel like my confident, sexy self again. So we've got like some just highlights in my, like a highlight in my hair. And then some styles that I think are fun for like date night. And this is a very summery look, like a fall style. So I've just got some like style things, and I'm not sure if all of these will fit on the board, but we're gonna just put them up here for now. Because again, what we think about, we call into our lives. So if I say, you know what, I am like really ready for a change with my hair, I'll actually make the hair appointment, right? Like how can I start taking care of myself in little ways that makes me feel confident and me feel sexy, right? And so let's just start working towards that, okay? This is a very superficial goal, but I have been saying it for the last couple years. Like I really love espresso, and like if I'm gonna go out to a coffee shop, I'm gonna get espresso. I'm gonna get an Americano. I'm gonna get a double shot of espresso. Like I love espresso. And I tell my husband every year, like I just wanna get an espresso machine so badly. I found this one. And she is totally my style because I love white and gold. It's the accents in my house. It makes me feel like a vibe. I have not purchased one just because I hadn't found the one that I really wanted. And I don't want this like big, ugly silver. They're not ugly, but I don't love like a silver big espresso machine sitting on my counter. I also want something that's not super big. Like I want something that's a little bit more compact. And your girl found this guy. And it's white and gold. She's absolute perfection. I'm so excited. So we're putting her on the board. And like I said, the last time I did a physical board like this, I put like my Remarkable, a laptop, like things that I was just like, wow, these would be really cool things to call into my life. When I tell you that they came into my life so quickly, I have a video. I will drop it in the description box down below if you guys just want to get inspired about vision boards, because I did a whole year of like updating my vision board and calling things into my life, and your girl's life got so great. Okay, one of my really big goals for 2026 is that I really want to host in-person retreats, like yoga wellness retreats for women to support us. And I want to have like really deep conversations with women and support women through their journey. And I am such an in-person person. Like I love meeting women and I love supporting them and being there for them and being able to guide them through visualizations and really have this like deep, meaningful experience. And so I'm hosting my first retreat on my board this year. I'm excited about that. Part of my fitness goals are I really want to find my style of like what things that I really love to do. I just took a reformer Pilates class. You guys, game-changing, life-changing, amazing. It was so much fun. I mean, my friend Janet teaches it and she's just phenomenal. But playing on the reformer was so much fun. My legs were like shaking so bad. So I know that I will be incorporating more reformer Pilates into my stuff. I've been incorporating like light weights and Pilates style movements in my yoga practice that I teach on Tuesdays. I want to maybe start teaching twice a week, maybe once on the weekend, so that I can get a bigger community, because it's hard. A lot of my people that really want to come take my class aren't available at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. So, and then I just love putting quotes Like, this is a goal of mine. Something else that I love to put on my vision boards are pictures of me and my family and experiences that I really want to have. So on my digital vision board that's on my computer, I take pictures of like me and my friends on vacation together, and pictures of me and my husband being lovey and cute, and me and my daughter, like experiences that I really want to call into my life, because I also incorporate like in my vision board, what kind of relationships do I want to have? What kind of friendships do I want to have? It's all about our mindset and what we believe is possible for our lives. And I have realized I'm doing a lot of journaling and a lot of work on debunking my limiting beliefs, because I haven't achieved what I really want to achieve, and I know that it's my limiting beliefs holding me back. I grew up in a very toxic environment, and I was told that girls are not, like, we're not worthy. You're not smart enough, you're not strong enough, you'll never be able to support yourself and do all these things. And I've worked through that. I've done the counseling, I've put myself through school, I've done so many things to prove that that is not true. And yet there's something still inside of me that's like needs to be set free so that I can take that next step and become the woman that I really want to be. So I've been just doing a lot of journaling, and if you guys are kind of feeling stuck like that, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to share some of my favorite journal prompts with you guys. Maybe I'll make just like a free little PDF of my favorite journal prompts. So if that's something you guys are interested in, just let me know and I'll put that together for you guys. I would love to. I think journaling and gratitude is so important to break free of the limiting beliefs that are holding us back. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish up this project right here, and then I've got to go pick up my kiddo from school. If this was content that was helpful for you guys, if you guys enjoy vision boards or journaling and setting goals and achieving goals, and if you guys want to crush some goals together, don't forget to like and subscribe, because it really supports my channel. It also just lets YouTube know that this is a good video so it can push it out to more people. One of my big goals this year is to grow my YouTube channel, so it would mean the world to me if you could do that. And stick around, because I've got some really fun end of the year content coming for you guys. So don't forget to come back next Thursday. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you then. Bye.